Hi guys, today I wanted to tell you a few words about I think hot topic regarding the Giulia Quadrifoglio. Um, it's about the equipment. As I posted my video with a review of my car, there was a lot of talk in the comments about the equipment, about mainly the ceramic brakes, and also of course the seats. These are, of course, not the only options you could get on this car, but these are those main two of them. So I just wanted to sum it up because some of you, of course, saw an important things regarding this. Maybe it's just me and my subjective opinion on some of those issues. But first of all, let's start with the most controversial issue, so the carbon ceramic brakes. For me, that's the big benefit of my car, and I am happy that I chose this option. But of course, you've got to remember that carbon ceramic brakes are not only connected with pluses, because first of all, uh, as some of you know, maybe some don't, in Giulia we've got brake-by-wire function. What does it mean? It means that we don't have physical connection between the pedal and the pump, the brake fluid pump. So it's all electronical, it's artificial. So in both cars, no matter if you take steel brakes or carbon ceramic brakes, you don't have exact same feel as a normal hydraulic system. There is no way around it. Here it's very good. It very well imitates what the normal system does, but it won't be exactly the same. So, for example, I've got a lot of experience with carbon ceramic brakes in Porsche. I use it for some while in Cayenne. Unluckily, this one that I don't have it, and I am quite sad about it. In 911, so I know something about those brakes. In Porsche, they work great, but there we have normal braking system where the pedal is connected with a brake fluid pump. So it's much easier to take a feel. Here, it's also good, but not on the same level. So, for example, as you are coming to stop, they seem quite strange. You've got to apply more pressure on the brakes than in the normal standard system. But it's also not as much, but it's also related to normal steel brakes in any Giulia, no matter it's a Quadrifoglio or diesel even. So it won't be what you are expected, but anyway, all other things, maybe also sometimes as the car is stopped for longer, you are not using it, for example, for a month or maybe 2 weeks at least. As you brake first 1, 2, 3 times, you can hear a squeak, but that's normal in all carbon ceramic brakes, no matter it's from Porsche, it's from BMW, whatsoever. Anyway, by the way, almost all ceramic brakes right now are produced by Brembo. So the components are almost the same, of course. All the manufacturer specifies it a little bit different for the taste, for what they think the users of their car would need. So the benefits, I told you in the Giulia review, you've got constant power of braking, which is very important if you want to drive spiritedly with not so light, because it's hard to judge. Let's say 1,500 kilos. It's not very heavy car, but as you've got so much power, you always want to push a little bit, especially on the twisty roads or on the highway. uh, you would like to have a confidence that the car brakes as it braked previously or 2 or 3 brakes ago. You don't want to be caught by surprise if you are going quite fast, especially on German highway. And the next thing that some may forget about, I also forget to mention it. Thank you for one of you who mentioned it in comments, that they left much less brake dust. So you don't have to clean your wheels almost every time as you come from a trip. Uh, I know that for some of you it won't be ridiculous what he's talking about, but I, I always want to keep my cars in a mid condition. So as I come back from a drive, especially from a longer trip, I always, even the car is not so dirty, I always take the spray and I go to clean the wheels, to clean the windshield and the front of the car if there are some bugs on it. So here there's almost no brake dust, so you've got always spotless rims on your ride. So it's, for me, it's a great benefit. I forgot about mentioning it. And as I told you, they are also quite economical. I don't know about how often you've got to change the steel brakes, as I don't have longer experience with them, but here 200,000 kilometers almost, and I just changed first time the pads. Nothing else. The carbon ceramic is still in perfect shape. So, it's great in my opinion. I don't know how much steels cost. I will put it right here so you can read how much changing of the whole set cost. I assume that you have to do it twice for such a mileage that I did. So let's calculate. I will show you under there if it's worth it or no, what is the difference between what you pay in the dealership to take the carbon ceramics versus what you have to pay to change 2 times normal steel brakes, even don't taking in consideration the pluses that they have. So next, let's move to the case of the seats. Once again, for me, it's a big plus of the car. It's one of the most beautiful seats that you can get in the business. And then once again, I have some experience with other seats like that. They are mainly made by Recaro. I have it in my CLA 48 AMG, and they are good, but they don't look so fancy as those in the Alfa. And in my opinion, they are not as comfortable. They are a little bit maybe as supportive as those, but your back is hurting much more. I don't know, it's the profile, I think, of the seat. So for longer cruises, they are not so good. Sometimes I took Giulia for a trip from Poland to Italy and then back, and there was no problem at all. Of course, as always, it depends on your autonomy, how you sit, how you even adjust the seat, because sometimes even the adjustment can make you feel bad or good in the seat. You've got to always remember to have everything put right this, so we are comfortably and well put in the car. But I've got also experience with Porsche Cup seats, and they are very, very uncomfortable. They also made of carbon fiber, so they look good, but for me in Porsche it's very bad choice. I prefer much better the standard ones, or even a little bit more bolstered here. I have them in my Boxster and I love them. The cup seats are uncomfortable. Of course, if you are planning to use your car on the racetrack, they are essential, but other than that, no, never take it. So as you consider the really sporty seat like this, those ones, from my experience, are the best in the business. So really, if you got a chance and you are comparing cars, of course try them, but choose them instead of the standard ones, because once again they give you the advantage that you've got something special inside your Quadrifoglio. The same seats as you got in standard you can have in TI, in Veloce, and so on. So basically, besides a few bits of carbon fiber, other dials and other steering wheel, you got nothing special here. And if somebody gets in your car or looks at it, he will say, okay, it's a Giulia, but I saw the same one almost. He won't see the small differences. But here, as somebody sees this seat, oh man, what a seat, what a car. Yeah, and it makes the whole experience, I think, better. It's more of an occasion as you get in this car with those seats, and it's so nice. You sit so low, and then everything works well together. Then the third thing, the exhaust. I think till 2019, 2020, you didn't have any choice. You only had this one, which I have here, and it sounds really good. But you've got to remember one thing. As the Akropovich exhaust came into play, you also got a GPF, gasoline particulate filter, so the sound of the car is much quieter. It's something like most of you know from diesel engines, because of the regulation, at least in the European Union, we have to have it also on petrol cars. So that's also why most of the producers came with an idea of putting some of sound of the car into the sound system, so it's fake. Here, of course, it's not fake. As far as I know, also Alfa, after putting those filters, didn't put in the fake noise from the sound system. But for sure, the standard exhaust isn't as good as here. So maybe an Akropovich is an option. But as I was on a few track days organized by Alfa, and I used those cars with Akropovich, I don't know if it is worth it. The sound isn't much better, at least in my opinion. Of course, you can check it yourself. But in my opinion, it's not a lot better. So if you want a newer model, as you get some upgrades in infotainment system, which might be crucial for some of you, I think it's better to take, don't look even if it's got Akropovich or no. Even if you are buying a new car, take a standard one and go to a custom shop that maybe builds for you a real exhaust, and then the sound of this car for sure will be amazing, and it will be much better spent money than putting, I think, about 5,000 euro, that's the cost of this option, into the price tag. It's worthless. Then, as we touched the case of the infotainment, the electronic, right now you can take something like a tech pack. It depends if you like the semi-autonomous driving or no. In my opinion, in cars like this, I prefer to don't have it on my car. This what I have already in standard, like this warning before the collision, is also quite annoying, as you know, sometimes you simply get closer to somebody a little bit faster and it's already beeping and so on. So I think you heard it on my video. So it depends on you. If you like it, take it. If no, you won't be regretting much. For sure it shouldn't be a deal breaker for you if the car doesn't have it. Okay, then we've got the last thing. So the individualization with the colors of the car. You don't have the choice as in normal Giulia. They changed it during the production line, so some cars weren't available, and also they are not available later. But you know, that's of course what you prefer. What do you like? Most people like those cars in red, and I understand it, of course. But as I already had a red car, so I decided to go for unusual one. So that's why it's gray, you know, more stealth looking. So you don't immediately see that it's so sporty car. So that's it, guys. That's my take on options in the Giulia Quadrifoglio. In this car, I think then more options you have, then better. It's the best to have them all. So look for your Giulia. Buy this car. It's a great vehicle. You will love it, even without any options. So see you in the next video. If you like what you saw, click subscribe, like my channel. If you want to see my full take about the Giulia, click the link. Here is the full review of it. You'll find some useful information there. Bye.